it's Leigh-Ann. I am just going to show you some Shavasana moves. So for restorative, there's a few different ways that we can manipulate our props so we can get into the same pose and become relaxed in Shavasana. So the first one is a Stonehenge. So it is just a bolster on 2 blocks. Now, if you don't have blocks, you can use a rolled up blanket or a quilt, even if you don't have a bolster, and stack them on top of each other, like so. So what we're trying to do is get height. So when the height is high enough so our feet don't touch the ground over this side. So if you really want, you can try moving your blocks the other way, sideways, but they tend to fall over. Another way to do this one is with a chair. So if you've got a chair that is reasonably around that height, or a footstool, and just put a blanket over it so it's comfy. So you don't want the hard surface, you want a soft surface on top. And what we're doing is we're raising our legs over. We want our feet to be lower than our knees. Inner knees just on the edge, with our thighs just touching, just on the inside, just touching a little bit. And then we come down and we either have a pillow or a blanket at our head and we're resting. Now the pillow and blanket at our head, we don't want it to go underneath our shoulders. We want our blanket to just be under our head and under our neck, which gives us support. Our shoulders need to be on the ground. Best to have some kind of blanket underneath you as well. And our arms are out wide as you want them. What we don't want is our arms too far against our body, where our inner or bottom of our arm is touching our inner part of our body. So we don't want them hugging in. We want to give them room and let them give some air and just float. Best to have your hands up, but if you feel like you need some grounding, you can turn your hands down. And eye pillow is great, and resting. So this is a general one for restorative yoga, where we prop them up. Prop our legs up higher so our feet don't touch the ground. A normal one for just normal yoga at the end of most practices. It's always good just to have a bolster or a rolled blanket. It's really good. Rolled quilt is even better. It gives a little bit more cushion here. Grab a strap or something to wrap it up so it's tight and it doesn't fall apart. And again, we go over. Again, when you're on this one, your feet are just kind of kissing the floor. They're not really grounded into the floor. You want your knees just over the bolster, so it's just holding it, and the edge of the inner thighs are just touching. And again, we down and we spread our arms away from our body, and our pillow is underneath our head. If you have a blanket and you have a pillow that squishes, you might want to curve it around your neck and give you a little bit of cushioning, and relax with another eye pillow or a blanket over top if you're cold. And you will be cold after a while if you're there for more than 10 minutes. Another one is rolling the blanket up and having Stonehenge. So what you're doing is putting your back, so your shoulder blades are just on the edge of the blanket. And it's better to have another pillow or blanket underneath your head again, and laying still. So again, if you want to raise your legs a little bit higher, you can always use a chair. Use different props around the house. Use plenty of pillows. You can stack your pillows up again and again. Blankets. This is a nice hard blanket, so like heavy blanket, so it's great to put underneath and be stable. You don't want to move in the pose, so you want to rest and let the props support you, but you don't want them to fall down, and you don't want to worry that they're going to fall down. So I hope that helps with a couple of poses that we do for restorative in the restorative lessons. Thank you. Bye.